Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. With Christmas around the corner, I thought I would share with you 3 easy recipes for DIY gifts that will be perfect for the holidays. The first idea is a chocolate bark. It's super nice because you can customize it any way you want. So we will start by boiling some water, and then once it's hot you can add a bowl with your chocolate. So we're doing a double boiler, and then you just mix your chocolate until it's nice and melted. You can turn off the heat. You want to make sure that the water isn't touching the bowl so that it doesn't burn your chocolate, and also be very careful because the steam is hot and I burnt myself. I also had a hard time holding the bowl, which is why I ended up taking the cloth. So you just want to transfer your melted chocolate to a pan and spread it around quite thinly. And then you can add your favorite toppings. I went with pretzels because I'm in Germany, so I thought it was a good typical German idea. And I also added some peanuts because why not? I think it's a great mix. So just spread them around. And that's it. It's not more complicated than that. We will put that in the fridge for at least 1 or 2 hours or until set, and then we can break it apart. It's nice when you have uneven pieces, and I try not to touch it too much because I didn't want to leave fingerprints on the chocolate. Then transfer it to a nice jar, and of course you can decorate it to make it a little bit more festive. Before we move on to the second idea, I wanted to share this mix with you. I'm obsessed with it. It's dried pineapple, almonds, maple sugar, and fleur de sel. It's amazing. The sweet and salty maple pecans, or pecan if you prefer, are super easy to make and highly addictive. You have been warned. They are made with maple syrup and fleur de sel. In a bowl we want to add about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup for each 100 grams of nuts, and to that we add a generous pinch of fleur de sel. That's what gives it the addictive quality. Then we want to mix everything well to make sure that the nuts are coated, and meanwhile we can preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And we will bake the nuts for about 20 minutes. You can check on them regularly to make sure that they're not burning, and also give them a stir after 10 minutes to make sure that they bake evenly. And once they are cooled, you can break them apart, and they should be dry and not sticky. Finally, last but not least, we are going to make a glühwein kit. So glühwein is mulled wine. To a small jar we can add half a cup of sugar. I added vanilla to mine a couple of weeks ago, so it has a nice taste. And then we want to add 1 to 2 sticks of cinnamon, a few pieces of star anise, and a few cloves. I added 3, but you can use more if you like a stronger flavor. And then I just added a small ribbon to make it a little bit cuter. And of course you want to get a nice bottle of red German dry wine, and you can also get a small bottle of alcohol, for example, sortilège, a maple whiskey is a great idea. I'll show you how to make it. In a large saucepan, we want to add half a cup of water and then the content of our jar, so the sugar and the spices. To that we will add the juice of half an orange. You can use a whole orange. You can even add some lemon if you like. And basically what we want is to dissolve the sugar and then add our bottle of wine. And we will let that infuse for 10 to 30 minutes. The longer the better, but make sure to not let the wine boil, otherwise you will lose the alcohol. And then you just want to serve it as is or add a Schuss, as they call in Germany. So it's basically a shot of alcohol. Normally they would use amaretto, rum, or like I said, maple whiskey would be a great idea, and it's very nice to drink outside when it's not too warm.
Prost!
Prost!
Bien chaud, ça réchauffe de l'intérieur.